Hello again. We've been talking about omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. So you already know that omega-6 is prevalent in cold water fatty fish like mackerel, sardines, bluefish, and wild salmon. The question is, why are these particular fish such rich sources of omega-3? Well, the answer is because they eat a lot of algae, which is packed with EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids. So the fish act as a middleman between you and algae. This is no different than cows, right? Consuming micronutrients in the field from the grass and passing those micronutrients on to you. In fact, when cows are grass-fed, they tend to pass on a healthy omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of 2 to 1. Awesome, right? Unfortunately, cows that feed on grains pass on higher omega-6 levels, closer to a 9 to 1 ratio. Not so good. Even way back in Egypt, when grain-based diets first emerged, although fat and protein still came from grazing animals at that time, the ratio was 4 to 1 instead of 2 to 1. And that helps explain the presence of arthritis in Egyptian mummies. Today, the typical ratio is closer to 15 to 1, or even 20 or 40 to 1. And this is due to our declining intake of vegetables and grass-fed meat and the concurrent explosion in the use of corn oil and other grain-based products that are high in omega-6s. Yes, even the fats that we take in through beef and chicken are now omega-6 dominant as a result of feeding livestock grain and soybeans. We're getting it through the middleman. So it's no wonder that we're seeing record-breaking inflammation levels in patients nowadays. Striking the right balance is critical to your long-term physical and mental health. As you know, omega-3 and omega-6 are essential. Our bodies don't produce these fatty acids, but they sure need them. In fact, 70% of the insulation system for the nerves in your brain is composed of DHA and EPA, which are two of the most common omega-3s. And according to Stephen R. Gundry, MD, who's the author of Dr. Gundry's Diet Evolution, the more depressed a person is, the lower his or her level of omega-3s. In fact, institutionalized patients given heavy doses of omega-3s resolve their depression better than those given antidepressants, according to Dr. Gundry. And both omega-3s and omega-6s are integral to the creation of anti-inflammatory and inflammatory hormones, which are the main building blocks of our hormone system and communication pathways within our bodies. So yes, we need fatty acids in our diets, and we need both omega-3s and omega-6s, but we need a lot less of the omega-6s than what we're currently consuming. So remember, increase your fatty fish and flaxseed intake, or take a fish oil or krill oil supplement to increase your omega-3s, and reduce your consumption of fried and processed foods and grain-fed beef and chicken to minimize your omega-6 intake. Remember that grass-fed beef and free-range chicken are your secret weapons against systemic inflammation. So take that to your grocery list. Until next time, thanks for listening. Now, omega-3 fatty acids are found in fatty fish like salmon, walnuts, and flaxseed, and are known for their anti-inflammatory properties. They play a crucial role in supporting heart health, improving cognitive function, and even contributing to healthy skin. Omega-6 fatty acids are commonly found in vegetable oils, nuts, and seeds, and they play a role in brain function, skin, and hair health, as well as regulating various bodily functions, including immune response and blood clotting, the latter of which is necessary for wound healing. Now, we often think of omega-3 as reducing inflammation because it's responsible for constructing the anti-inflammatory hormones, prostacyclins and prostaglandins, while the omega-6s manufacture inflammatory hormones such as arachidonic acid and thromboxanes. The truth is we need them both. And what's most important, however, is that we maintain the proper ratio between the two. A ratio of 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 omega-6 to omega-3 is considered optimal for your health and will suppress inflammation. In a typical Western diet, however, the ratio is closer to 15-to-1. This is a ratio that's known to lead to many diseases, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, and inflammatory and autoimmune diseases. So, how can you strike the perfect balance between the two? Include walnuts, flaxseed, and fatty fish in your diet daily, and avoid fried or processed foods that contain corn, cottonseed, and soybean oil. If you consume a lot of fried or processed foods, your omega-6 levels may be way too high, contributing to inflammation in the body. When possible, it's always better to consume foods that contain both omega-3 and omega-6 so you'll get the proper balance. See the links below this video for great sources of each. And there's also one more major food group that contributes to excessive omega-6 levels and inflammation. And you'll never guess what it is. Stay tuned for the answer in an upcoming video. See you soon.